Hey, this is Sankara, the upriver crawfish. Wanted to touch on what's happening on the continent, on my motherland. This one actually made me happy a little. Hopefully to go through it. So again, another African country whose people are tired with the French. Hopefully, they actually go through with this. On October 2nd, there was a coup d'état in Burkina Faso, and there was a coup d'état in Burkina Faso. The previous coup leader, because there was a previous coup by a French puppet, a salamander, or what I usually call it the dollar menu traders. Colonel Sandaogo Dambia Paul Henry. So he took power previously and he did not try to address the problems that the people were facing. Problems of security with the terrorists, ISIS terrorists, and Al Qaeda terrorists that the U.S. and the Western partners have brought in Africa so as to keep their troops there and to keep managing that and stealing our resources. So the the military came and ousted one of their own. The people now decided that they want Russia, and this is what is happening across the world. People have seen this, and so this fight in Ukraine, Russia has to be able to understand that they got to fight it properly because the world is depending on them. Everybody wants their sovereignty. They're down and tired with the U.S. hegemony and Western hegemony. So this is one of the situations there. I hope, like Mali, they are able to kick out the French forces from there. Right now, the French they still have a French garrison in Burkina Faso. From my understanding, the Burkinabes they're pretty decent fighters. Well, the one thing is that they're brave fighters from a military perspective, but they need to kick out the French and try to do this thing on their own or get help from other countries that they can trust. But as you see, the people of the continent prefer Russia as a partner than the French overlords. So let me go and get to another video and show you a video of them burning the French embassy, either the French embassy or the French consulate. So after the coup in Burkina Faso, it's believed that the traitor Dambia Paul Henry fled to the French embassy or to one of the French military bases, and it was suspected that he's going to try to launch a counteroffensive against the putschists from there. So the people were not having that. They went and stormed the French embassy and set it on fire.
Salam alaikum. Moi, ambassade de France. On est en train de mettre le feu à l'ambassade. Service visa. Sortez massivement pour la mobilisation. Plus jamais au Burkina. Plus jamais au Burkina. On veut plus voir ce massacre. C'est détruire l'ambassade en feu.
This is Thomas Sankara's country, so this is close to my heart. As you know, my nom de guerre is Sankara. So it's an African hero, my African hero, and so I'm very vested in this. Let's see another video of the burning. This is another video of the burning of the French embassy in Ouagadougou. I'm sure this is Ouagadougou. This is the capital. See the people fucking the embassy up. This year is anger, pent up anger for years of the French people just dominating and stealing these people's resources. This is the Western imperialists. That's the behavior. Their anger is seething in these people. It's their leadership that sell out to Western hegemony. And so this year you see his anger when someone finally decides to say enough is enough. So this year really makes me happy. I hope they can carry it through and go the way of Mali. Again, an appeal to the Russians. This fight you started is a strategic move for the sovereignty of a lot of countries in the global south. You need to win this fight, not just for Russia, for the rest of the world. Though, obviously, if Russia doesn't win this fight, their existence is over. But it's important that they win this fight also for the rest of the world. Because I'll tell you this, people are tired with Western dominance. People don't want to continue to remain, especially we in Africa, to continue to remain an underclass in every other society in the world. And then now it's creeping into our own societies, in our own countries. There's a sea of Russian flags. So the Russian tricolor, again, is in Burkina Faso. The people showing that they want to partner with Russia. We are done with this racist, unipolar world. That's so insecurity all around our continent and the globe. The French, I tell you, are some of the most hated people in Africa. Very hated people in Africa. So this is no surprise. The countries that they dominate, they have dollar menu traitors, salamanders, who sell out their country for cheap. And why I say dollar menu traitors, and that's how I call them, is because when you take a look at other traitors, for example, Mikhail Khodorkovsky, those people try to sell their country, and they got in return for it. In return, they got industries. Whole industry became multi-billionaire. But a lot of our African traitors, they settle for being liked by the Westerners, or being told you are democratic. Nonsense. Being settle for nonsense like a popularity contest, which is already rigged. So those dollar menu traitors are the ones that are keeping those Francophone African countries underdeveloped, while France continued to steal their resources and impoverish them. So these people are angry. That's where the anger coming from. And I'll tell you, this unipolar world, if it tries to continue going on, the implosion that's going to happen is going to start from people. Because I'll tell you, at the end of the day, it comes down to people's livelihood. They're not just going to continue to take less and less as others just come and destroy our country, make our lives miserable.